When you start saying no, how do you overcome the feeling of missing out?
Real talk, man. So I just made a podcast about this. I would say that it's taken me 14 years to get here. And I'm like, this is like my lessons and failures of the year for those of you who don't follow my podcast. I used to make one of these every year. Like, what is my lessons and failures? And so I'm doing it as a multi-part series this year. And the biggest thing, and this is relevant to focus, is I don't have FOMO anymore. And it's taken about 14 years to get here. And it was more that I've noticed it. It's not like it was not something I actively worked on. It was more that like I have now noticed that when I see someone crushing it in something, I'm not like, oh man, I wish I could do that. Or like, oh, I just think like good for them. I'm doing my thing. And basically the more you learn about something, the more you realize there is to know. And then you know that the things that you have this fear of missing out on have so much depth that you don't understand, that you know that you're not actually missing out on it. And so my CFO had this saying. She's 65 and she retired when we sold the year after we sold Gym Launch. And she used to say this thing. She said, she's worked in like, I don't know, like 15, 20 businesses over her career, had multiple $100 million exits, $5 billion, like very, very seasoned CFO. And she said, you know what I've learned across all the industries and businesses I've worked in? And I was like, what? And she's like, it's all shit. And she didn't mean it in a negative way. She just meant that like every business has hair. Every business has problems. And so every entrepreneur has this misconception, this distortion of reality that their cousin or their brother or their whatever has it better than them. And so this fear of missing out is that somehow someone else is getting a better return for the work they're putting in. But what it really is that they're getting an adequate return for the work they already put in that you have no visibility into. And so the problem with witnessing someone else's success is that you don't see the work. And so this is what creates the unrealistic expectations. This is why people have 100x discrepancies between what they think it takes and what it actually takes. Because you only see it once people win. And so you don't see 10 years of podcast before it pops off. You don't see the 5,000 pieces of content before we had our first viral clip, right? You don't see that. You just see the viral clip because that's when everyone sees it, because it went viral. And so that's one of the fundamental misconceptions around FOMO, is that you actually underestimate. It's the uninformed optimism of the new opportunity that it somehow, some way, has no cost and only upside. And it's just not true. Everything has hair. Bezos said everything has overhead. There's always stuff that's not good. And so I think I've just had enough experiences of jumping, and maybe you go need to jump a few more times to learn it, but I hope you can get the scar without the lesson, or rather the lesson without the scar. That the hardest lesson I've had to learn as an entrepreneur is focus, which is why I talk about it so much. But there is no opportunity out there that's better than the one you have, because you just need to get better anyways, regardless. And that's a constant. And so most of the opportunities, I think Munger said this. He said the new business is sitting on your desk in front of you, which basically means that you need to confront the work you have. Like the best opportunity is solving the problems that you need to solve that you don't know how. Not doing the new thing. That's just a perceived missed opportunity. The real one is like, make sure every customer you have tells their friends. When you do that, you have no need for new opportunities, because by being so good, you create the opportunities happen by definitionally. What's the next one?
So it's just getting customers or getting traffic, converting them, and then retaining them.
Yeah.
Why does everyone overcomplicate it?
Yeah, that's it, guys. For those of you who are new here, you will typically think about this in sequence. What would you focus on? Well, you cannot convert people until they find out about you. You cannot retain them until you converted them. So what must you do first? Let people know you exist. How do you do that? There are 4 ways. You can partner with people, you can make content, you can outreach, or you can run ads. Those are your options. And if you're not doing that with the majority of your day, then you're not doing the work that matters. This should hopefully simplify this. And what happens is a lot of you just like do 10 outreaches and make one piece of content and say like, why isn't this working? The amount of people that I've actually seen do the rule of 100, because I get tagged on Instagram, people being like, I'm day 38, day 67, and tag me, by all means, tag me. I have yet to see someone hit day 100 of the rule of 100 and not materially change their life forever. I've yet to have it happen. Not once. Not once. Think about that. Not once. And the reason for that is because volume negates luck. When you reach out to 10,000 people, you're going to get a customer. You just are. You just are. You make 100 pieces of content, the top 1%, the top one piece of your 100 is going to do much better than your median by a lot. And that one will generate leads for you. And so taking the extreme that I started this call with, which was what one thing, if I were to accomplish it by the end of the year, would change my life forever or would 10x this business. Some of you just need to find one partner that you could do whatever you possibly like, who already has the audience. And then just say, if you reach out to 10,000 people to partner with them, someone will partner with you. And then that also solves, what do I make my group about? Whatever their group's going to be about. Where do I get my traffic? They already got the traffic. But they don't want to work because you have something they have. They don't have. You've got skill and you got time. They've got an asset. They've got an audience and traffic, but they don't have time and they like money. And so you both like money, and so you combine forces.
This is a Cybertruck. This is 100 grand. And somebody watching this video right now is going to win one of those two in the next 30 days. In fact, last month, Keytron won. Which one did you win?
Cybertruck.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, sure.
And he did it by building a community that helped people fix their credits and got to $132,000 in his first try. And listen, that was amazing for Keytron, but let me tell you about the other top 10 people that were here with me. And so here they are on the leaderboard, and here they are in real person. And so Adnan got to 27,000, Benit 40,000, Ryan got to 44, Ted got to 48, Max 40, Anthony 101, Javon, Salah, Kevin 123, Meg 48, Devin 37. And so listen, I could keep talking about this, but you might be wondering, what's Skool? How does it work? Well, let me explain. So Skool is an online platform for building a group online about whatever you want. It's easy, and sure, everyone says that, but how easy? Well, right now, 1 out of 2 people who start a community online make money. Yes, 54.1%. And the reason that we have such a high success rate is because we spent hundreds of hours studying thousands of successful groups to figure out exactly what they did to make money. And then we broke it down into a step-by-step recipe for making money. Doesn't that smell good? And so we bulleted into do this X times per day and do this Y times per week. And it works. It works so well that right now the average paid community makes $1,360 per month in recurring revenue, which is pretty sweet. So no, it won't make you into a billionaire, but it will help you get started. And you can keep scaling all the way up like the 10 people that I was just showing you earlier. And on top of that, we built everything that you need to run a paid group on Skool already. So no, you won't need to start a Stripe account. No, you won't need to build a website. No, you won't need to have any inventory. And you won't have to hire anyone new. No thanks, guys. We're good. Skool works out of the box. Ta-da! It's that easy. We built it that works the same way as social media, so you don't need to learn anything new. All right, there's not even a single piece of technology that you figure out. You just log in and you can collect money in minutes, literally. And if you're just starting out, here's you. You're literally who we built Skool for. So remember those crazy people that I showed you over there? Say hello. Hey. They did this last month, and if they can do it, so can you. This is built for people who are brand new to business or brand new to online business. And if you're wondering, well, do I need to have an audience? No, half of those guys didn't have an organic audience. And these guys are the winners. So no, we'll show you where and how people are getting their first customers absolutely free. Follow me. Listen, if you don't believe me, think about it like this. If we get 1 out of 2 paid communities to make money, most people don't have organic audiences. So we had to figure it out or no one would stay on Skool, but we have. And that's why we have tens of thousands of groups on Skool right now. And as much as I'd like to think people love me, people stay because they make money. And we'll show you exactly how they did it. And also, just to make sure you don't get stuck on any step, I answer questions every single week. I hop on calls. And so if you want to hop on there live, we usually have 200 or 300 people who hop on those calls. So it's not huge. And so now's the best time to get started. So if that sounds at all interesting, the best part is you can start a community of your own absolutely free. Just click the yellow button below this video, enter your details to start your absolutely free trial. Worst case, start for free, you decide to quit, and then you can take all the training that other people charge thousands of dollars for with you for free. Again, that's the worst case. Best case, you take a zero risk move and build an online business that could change your life forever. And to be clear, I'm not asking you to decide yes or no today. I'm asking you to make an informed decision. That's it. And the only way you can do that is on the inside, not on the outside. So get inside and see if everything that we say is true and valuable to you. Then if it is, in 2 weeks is when you can actually decide for real. And if you get in and decide it's not for you, no sweat. But you can't truly make an informed decision right now for the same reason you don't buy a house without looking inside of it first, or test drive a car before buying it. So this is a guaranteed risk-free test drive. And listen, whether it's 13 minutes or 13 days from now, if you decide that it's not for you for any reason whatsoever, all you have to do is go to your profile and click cancel. That's it, one click. And the only reason you can make an offer that strong is because you're confident that what you have is the real deal. And I'm fairly confident that when you sign up by hitting the button below, you're getting exactly what you need to start your online business. So you might as well give it a shot. The only other guarantee is that if you don't take this shot, you'll stay right where you are right now. But if you take action, you could be the next one coming out to Vegas celebrating how quickly you built an online business with consistent monthly recurring revenue and driving away in a Cybertruck or with 100 grand in cash in your pocket. Pretty neat. So click the button below, join us in the Skool Games. I take calls every Monday, hop on, and be sure to let me know you're new. I'll see you on the other side.